right. Welcome everyone. Thank you for checking out my channel. I have here first place winner at our GNT in live first person event. Right here in St. Cloud, Florida, we have Aram first place, aka I got a girlfriend on Discord. Thank you for participating, Aram. What
Yes,
did you
sir.
play? What did you
My
play
pleasure.
on Saturday, November 15th?
I played a deck that most people would be familiar. It's called Cruise Control.
Cruise control, man. Well, obviously, I've seen your score, man. I won the first top 6 rounds. You defeated everyone, and then when you went to elimination, you beat everybody again. So you literally went what was it, 4 rounds in elimination, right? Or was it three? I don't remember, but I know you went literally XO
I
undefeated for
think
real.
the final record was 701. So one
Wow.
draw.
One draw, still undefeated. You didn't. No one defeated you. This is how powerful of a deck that you cooked up, and I'm super excited for you to share it with us. Before we dive into your deck, is there anybody you want to shout out to the people here watching?
Definitely a major shout out to Laid to Rest,
Nice.
Raphael, for making this Discord, making this event happen, and shout out honestly to all the players who made it out because everyone's in different circumstances and there hasn't been an event, I believe, since 2013. So this was really epic to get uh, these players together all in one place to play the game that they love. Of
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Adam. That your kind words mean a lot to me. Thank you for shouting
course,
me
it
out.
wasn't. It wouldn't have been possible without you,
Oh,
honestly.
thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you, man. I'm hoping to have one very soon, man. Hopefully, we can get more people to come out, even if they come here on our Discord and play webcam. That'll make me a happy man, too. Well, enough of
Yep.
that. Thank you for the shout out, man. Let's dive into your deck. Show us that spice, man.
All right. So it's mainly a fire deck. I honestly don't know what the main cruise control deck was. I just kind of found the Kakashi off the Lineage website and found all the gimmicky ways to give him a damage. And I kind of built it around that and trying to be consistent. Luck was definitely a big part of it as well, because we all know how much it hurts to mulligan in a tournament. So I found myself in a lot of positions where I didn't have a turn zero and just like drift, especially going second. So I was giving up a lot of battle rewards in some of those games, but let's go ahead and dive into the ninjas. We got three Sasuke Childhood.
Nice. Are you able to turn those cards around just for the camera to
Oh yeah,
see?
yeah.
That'd
Sorry.
be awesome. Sorry. No, sorry to you. I should have explained that better. But wow,
Three
Sasuke
Sasuke
childhood.
Childhood. We got two Kakashi Boyhood. We got two Kiba Keen Nose
Nice.
to try to get a mission. We have three of the Sasuke
Very
breaking off
nice.
the connection.
We saw him the highlight on the game against Ninja Dogs. He was going crazy. Can you
Oh,
explain to us what that card does?
this one, you get to injure a leaf ninja you control during the exchange of jutsu. So we have a funny phrase we like to say, we EOJ from the back. So you don't even have to block or attack, and I can activate this effect from my village. So I can injure any one of my leaf ninjas in my village as cost, and he will get a +2/0 combat buff. And he'll trigger the Kakashi, which we'll see in a second.
Yeah, that Sasuke was the highlight of your deck. That card was doing so much on top of the Haku. I know a lot of people are saying Sasuke is injuring for cost and shouldn't prompt Kakashi, but Cruise Control did win an event in the championships back in 2013. So I know a lot of other players coming from other TCGs are saying cost is not the same as effect, but this card game is a very old card game. And cost and effect are intertwined in this card game. So that's how Sasuke is able to work with Kakashi. But it's really interesting that you played this card because I know a lot of cruise control decks don't play this Sasuke. That's a very nice spice.
I believe the other cruise control deck, they use that turn 2 or turn 3 Sakura that during your mission phase or during EOJ you can discard a card and injure a ninja you control or something like that, and they proc Kakashi that way, but I didn't even use that Sakura in this deck.
Very nice. We like your spikes. Obviously, everybody else did when they saw it today. Or I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
Saturday.
So then moving along, we have Tu Karin, another star of the show. She does a
Yes.
lot of work
GG
against
Karin.
a lot of different decks. Tu Karin, she has ambush, good hand cost for makeout tactics, all that. Tu
Very
Fuen or Fuen, she does a lot of work as well. She has ambush, turn 2. Can dive into more of the tech behind her and how it countered a lot of different decks. I main deck a Shyman, which stops a lot of, well, stops all the put in plays except deployments.
very nice.
Sakura Booksmarts as a mini draw engine, considering that Flen has 2 mental, the Boyhood has 2 mental. Um, Shyman doesn't have it, but you still get to draw off this Sakura pretty often. You get to draw off this Ino, Playful, another anti put in play, and she negates the head ninja, which came in clutch in a lot of situations. We have a KNS, really standard, protecting your team of Leaf Ninjas from ninja effects, and an extra draw, especially if you have the book smarts out already, and you drop this KNS, that's a +2.
Very nice.
Main deck this Hayate Gecko, which was mainly for no hand water, and he's fire,
I
so it
see.
didn't really mess with my colors. Worst case
Very nice.
scenario, I just use him as a hand cost, and he says players cannot put in play ninjas by the effect of ambush. So by turn 3, I usually have my Karin in already, so it didn't really affect me. I don't really have any other ambush ninjas in here.
Very nice.
This is the Sakura I used, Reliance. This one, she has 3 valid effects. So this is a great way to growth over the book smarts and heal somebody. And you're doing a lot of healing in this deck. So which you'll see if Futaba's in here, but if the Futaba's not out, you get to start getting some cards back from her end of turn effect to draw a card after you heal. And she gives a buff to every Leaf Ninja +1/0. So with that Sasuke breaking off the connection +2 when you injure, and you get another +1 from that. Then the star of the show, Kakashi, shutting on
Red butter of
copy.
the deck right here.
Yep, we got
Kakashi
3
Hatake.
copies. We do not want to miss on this Kakashi from either drawing into it or searching it. I found myself giving a lot of battle rewards up, so you need to have 3 in order to guarantee it. And Haku Camouflage, another star of the show. These two combined is sometimes all you need to have out on the field, and you can trigger Kakashi's effect on your own mission phase and on your opponent's mission phase, which to me is really broken. So
Very. You
that's
give a
the
damage on your
combo.
turn, damage on my turn. It's really, really good.
Yep, and then if you have the Sakura out or Futaba out, Haku heals at the end of the turn as like a delayed application. So even if Haku gets injured, which she did get injured here and there, her effect to heal at the end will still go through. Then for the missions, we have 3 just like Drifting Clouds. This is a
Very
pretty
nice.
standard in any fire deck.
Great
This helps
staple.
you, even if you like your hand, you still kind of have to drift it away just to get value for a couple turns, replenishing your hand. We have 2 makeout tactics, which helps you search for whatever you may need, either early on or late game. I found myself mainly charging an extra card and searching for an Amy, just to peep their hand and rip a card away that may be problematic for me later on in the game. So this lets you search for one ninja or a client. Then I had one Makeout Paradise, which lets you search for two ninjas, entrance cost 1 or less. And good thing that this Sasuke is entrance 0 and Karin is turn 1. So most of the time, if I'm playing this, I'm usually either searching for those two to growth and to put in play Karin, or to find the Sabiru and Hina, which I don't even consider ninjas in this deck. They're more just like tech cards, but that's at the end. I have two long-awaited reinforcements to guarantee just whatever I'm looking for, what piece of the puzzle is missing. Helps you search that. This one lets you search for any ninja. This is another star of the show, but only one copy in the deck. This is Life Flash. And this one I found that if it was ever in my hand just by sheer luck and I deployed it, it really disrupts the opponent. They don't want to put in play ninjas that aren't valid because it just comes in play injured and they're already injured. So once I have the combination out, all I have to do is snipe them for 1 damage. And
Wow.
as the person playing the mission, so if I play this mission, I can chain my own effects how I want. So if I have a ninja that is not valid, I can make Life Flash chain 1, and when I put in play a ninja, I can make that chain 2, and I'll resolve my ninja effect and then injure it. But for the opponent, their effect goes on the chain first, and then Life Flash triggers. So it's pretty broken in
That is
that
very
sense.
good. So why did you choose not to play 2 or 3 of these copies if this card is bonkers? This is actually a really spicy tech. This is cool.
It is really bonkers, I agree, but sometimes it will hurt me too because it is a turn 2 mission and I do like to play it on turn 2 because it kind of stalls the opponent as well. But if I'm going to put in play a Haku or a Karin or something and it comes in play injured, then I don't know. I left it at 1 just in case.
Okay.
It still came in clutch whenever I didn't have it every game, obviously, because it's one copy, but when it did come, it did some work. Then I have 2 copies of Warhawk, pretty standard, but in this deck, from playtesting uh, before the tournament, I found myself giving up a lot of battle rewards before I get my combination out, so most of the time I don't even play it, or if I do, I only play 1 for the whole game. And the opponent usually ended up having around, anywhere up to 8 or 9 battle rewards before my combination came out, so I can only play 1 really for the whole game.
Nice. Is this something that you might take out in the future?
No, no, Warhawk is a staple. You mean taking out Warhawk?
Yeah, replacing it with something else?
No, it's just too good. You give your opponent 2 battle rewards to draw 4. It's the draw 4 is really hard to replace, honestly.
Okay.
It's just too good to draw 4. Then I main deck 2 new orders. If anyone knows me, I love to have cards that disrupt my opponent. I would never have it in the side deck. It's always in the main. So this one's like a Shadow of the Leaf. It targets 1 mission and they negate and discard it. And if the entrance cost is 4 or more, I get to draw a card. Most of the time, the cost is not 4 or more, but cards like NVS, the mission is turn 4. I didn't really play against that many turn 4 people playing turn 4 missions, but usually when you go first and you end up on turn 3 and they're trying to play their turn 2 mission, it really hurts when you negate and discard their mission. Then for the Jitsus, we have 3 Backstab, aka Black Flasher. And this
Backflash.
one is, if anyone knows, really broken because it costs 1 fire to either damage or injure a ninja. And this whole theme of this deck is to either give damage or injure ninjas. So most of the time they were injured already, or they just needed that additional extra damage to be knocked out or, sent to the grave. So really powerful card, costs only 1 fire, especially going turn 2 and sometimes you have 7 cards going turn 2. If you're lucky, you didn't mulligan and you're forced to charge a card to have 6. Your opponent doesn't really expect you to have a Jitsu ready to go for 1 fire. It caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, this card
For just
saw a lot of played in the tournament.
Yeah.
Decks that don't
Then we
even play Dwyer that much had this
Yeah,
card.
I mean it's just so strong. It's 1 fire to And especially if you're being opposed by a team of only 1 ninja, then you're automatically just going to be doing 1 damage to them. So it's really strong in my opinion. Then we have the Katon, Fireball,
Nice.
and this one is 2 in this deck. And again, since you're injuring and giving damage already in the deck, all you need to do is give them 1 more damage, and this one's the extra perk of they turn into a battle reward. So if the ninja's injured already, or if you backstab them first and they try to do something else, then you can fireball and get rid of them. Really great card. Then we have 1 Fear by again. Anybody can use it. Saves your butt in a lot of situations if they're pushing and doing all this stuff, and you just do 1 Fear by again to make them all standby, and anyone can use it. 3 colorless. And then we have 1 Baby Seal that only Kakashi can use in the deck, pretty much, which also came in certain situations I played it, but most of the time I found myself siding this card out for the other cards I'll show in the side deck. Then as clients, we have a Futaba. This is I found myself searching for a Futaba as well with Makeout Tactics in order to replenish my hand, because anytime you heal, you get to draw a card. And sometimes you can heal twice or 3 times in a turn, so it really helps because she triggers every time you heal. And then of course our beloved Amy, which everybody hates, but it's just a must because Kadin is usually guaranteed in this deck by turn 1. So by putting the Amy, especially using Kadin as a hand cost for makeout tactics, and charging an additional card if you didn't growth over Sasuke already, you can just ambush Kadin and play this Amy right away and rip a card from their hand, which I did quite a few times as well. 1 comparative strength kind of held this baby close just for the biggest threat on the board whenever the time came. I would probably maybe run another, but the
Second
fact
strike.
is I run a Sabito in here,
Nice.
which kind of does the same thing, except you can't really chain on a Sabito. Sabito negates the ninja effect for the turn, and you remove it from your hand to activate it, which came
That's
in
really
clutch
good.
as well. And obviously, he's a fire element. And Hina to discard permanents, or if they played a comparative or something during my mission phase, and my Kakashi doesn't resolve for that instance, then I would just Hina it and then start doing the shenanigans again during exchange of Jutsu. So that helped
Wow.
out a lot. These two, I don't really consider them ninjas to deploy. I believe there's 10 turn zeros, 12 including these two. And there were quite a few games though where I was deploying a Sabiru turn 0 because I may have started with a Sabiru and a Drift, or a Sabiru and a Makeout Paradise, or something like that, and it just hurts to mulligan in a tournament. So I really did some risky plays by keeping the hands because I didn't want to -1 myself. Then moving to the sideboard, or maybe reinforcements first. Most of these reinforcements are just going to be fillers, in case I played against a Tsunade Childhood, but we got three of the Sasuke Kakashi squad, which can come in clutch if my ninjas are being negated or tile shurikened or something like that, or if played against like a tree deck BR flip for an example, and you can squad and just put coins on all of their ninjas that are a threat, and then they won't be able to use the jutsus. We got three Sakura and Hinata. This is kind of random, but I do have a Hinata in the side deck, so just in case I need that extra push, and by coincidence, if they don't have any females, then I could squad and push for battle rewards in that way. Don't even have a Naruto in here, but Naruto Sasuke. Don't have an Itachi, just a filler. Don't have an Itachi. Danzo, I didn't really need to Danzo that much, but Danzo is really good too because by turn 4, if my ninjas are getting tile shurikened and I need to get rid of them somehow, then I would probably just Danzo over, let's say, Kakashi or Sasuke, excuse me, whoever is being negated, and I would redeploy the Kakashi or Sasuke, getting rid of that tile shuriken. And we have 3 Hidans, which I used to play a Hidan the turn 4 that injures a ninja, but it's just another filler in here, so that's the reinforcements. And the side deck, we have a Hinata. I found myself siding her quite a few times. She has a really good effect. Whenever you track somebody, they cannot use jutsus, the ninja that you track. So if it's one ninja that is a threat, like a Tenzo or a Kakashi or whoever you're playing against, maybe a Suigetsu if it's their only turn 3 water ninja, you can track them and shut them off, essentially. Zetsu's really good too. I found myself sighting him in. He also has ambush for the long-awaited reinforcements. You can use them as a hand cost. You can track the same ninja if both of these are in, and this one will negate the text effect. So you can shut something off that is being problematic. Shima, this is honestly in here for either any random permanent missions or, once again, tile shuriken. It's a problem. Honestly, tile shuriken is probably the biggest problem against this deck. But Shima, when she's put in play, you can discard a non-in-play ninja card. So, I mean, a non-ninja card. Yeah. So you can discard a shuriken, you can discard a permanent mission like a comp, or discard maybe bad dreams or something that's stopping you from doing your shenanigans. We have a Pakun. This is mainly for mental power because mental power is a problem. That deck is, in my opinion, strong as well. So little Pakun here says no mental power. Kurenai, I never had to side this in because this is mainly for NVS. If they're gonna push and get like 6 battle awards or something crazy in one turn, you can just not block and Kurenai. This mission is a really tech card, Wonderful Days. It says it's a permanent, so it stays there. And it says only teams that include both male and female can be sent out to attack. So this really shuts off puppets, it shuts off NVS if they don't have a KNS, but usually they don't have another female Genin. Anyways, they might have a Shion Awakened, but either way, they'll be forced to be only sending out maybe one team at a time instead of multiple. We have 2 Alliance of Evil. which was only for no hand water. Everyone knows no hand water is a problem. They generate a lot of chakra. And if you're playing against a really good opponent, which I was, he will keep track of his chakra because this one says if your opponent has 8 or more chakra, you don't have to pay the hand cost and you discard all of their chakra. So no hand water relies on having all their chakra. That's pretty much their hand that they're playing openly. So this is a really hard counter against that unless they're playing the Sukon that protects their chakra, but hopefully you'll have a comp or something the turn before. But honestly, if you comp it, they'll probably have a friendship from sorrow in their chakra to get rid of it anyways. So I got lucky in that sense. I found myself siding. I'll always side 2 in against no hand water. We have a shake hands. This is another permanent. This one says any cards that's for both players that's discarded, it gets removed from the game instead. So this can be good early on. It is a turn 1. This can be good against if you do play it early, maybe your opponent's playing Revitalize or something and they've already milled a bunch of cards, and you can remove all the cards in their discard. You can play it against No Hand Water because they like to bring cards back from their chakra. From their discard to their chakra. This is good against puppets sometimes because they're trying to put in play stuff from their discard, from discarding with Eno's Tears or paying and getting something there. This can be good against NVS. They're playing Jutsus from their discard. And the only thing is this one counters yourself sometimes because then your opponent's not going to have a discard pile to activate the Karin that's in this deck. So it's you really have to make sure you're going to get a good enough value from this stopping your opponent more than you not being able to activate your Karin pretty much the whole game. And then we have the last one is Crying in Vain, which if no one's familiar with, it lasts for 4 turns, turn 1, and it stops all the put in plays only for your opponent. So this deck was already kind of built for anti put in play in the main. It has a Shaman in there, it has a Playful, and then on top of that I would side in a Crying in Vain if I needed. And that is the deck.
Wow. Some spicy stuff, man. Well, got you first place. Congratulations again, man. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing.
Luck
Well,
was definitely a big part of it. That's for sure.
well, people would say otherwise, man. I mean, crushing every opponent and not taking a loss speaks skill to me and not really luck, but um let's talk about a little bit of your matchups here. What matchups did you find your hardest to be in the tournament on Saturday,
Sure.
November 15th?
One match comes to mind. It was against a female medical deck, and the problem against that deck mainly was the fact that I believe he ran 3 tile shurikens. He ran multiple rules for medical ninjas, and most of his jutsus were healing his own ninjas and making them bigger. So it didn't matter if I was giving him a damage because he was just healing them and making them bigger. It didn't really matter if I gave a damage on his turn with the Haku and Kakashi because he already had a rules for medical out, and I may have already Hina'd one of them, but he just played another one. And he would just heal the ninja and put a growth coin on it. So every time I was trying to do my shenanigans, he would heal his ninja and actually make it bigger. So
I think
it was a really luck of the draw that game because he really had answers for pretty much everything. And the icing on the cake in that deck was Bad Dreams, which is a really early mission. It's a turn 1, and it protects all of his females from male ninja effects, I believe. And so obviously Kakashi's a male, so I couldn't even give a damage. I would have to get rid of that, but right when I got rid of that, he may have had another one that he played or another rules for medical, something to just keep healing and making his ninjas get bigger. It was
Yeah,
very, very hard. That was my hardest matchup out of the whole out of all of my competitors.
yeah, I think that was B Hop. Shout out to B Hop for that. I played him
Shout out
round
to
five
D
too.
Hop for having that spicy
He
female medical deck. They were
that
training and it really showed because he literally had answers for everything. I was worried because my side only has one Shima, so
yeah,
either
essentially had two answers.
I was burning a new orders, to take a mission out. I have a Hina to take a mission out, and I have a Shima to take a mission out, but he had more. He had more than what I had, so it was really tough. He always had an extra permanent out that was somehow benefiting him, and that was probably my toughest matchup. And I think I'm lucky that I did a draw against him because if we had more time, I'm not sure what would have happened game 3.
Wow, shout out to B Hop, man. I did play him
Shout
round
out to
five, and
D-Hop.
I lost to him round five. All his healing jutsus were like one chakra. I
Yeah, he
really
he
respect
mastered
his.
on me. He got
Yeah,
bigger twice. It was just crazy.
I really respect his list because when you play female medical, they like to play really passive and try to swing with free with Sakura Hinata, and
No,
they'll
he
go to
was in
turn
there,
four.
man. He
Turn
was
four,
in
they
the
summon
battle
medical
every
ninja.
time.
Yeah, turn four, they play medical ninja, swing in for free. And his medical ninja deck didn't have any of that. It was straight hands. He was just in
I didn't
there.
even think he was playing the turn 4 medical ninjas. He was
None.
in
Nope.
there every turn.
He's not, man. That was the craziest medical ninja deck I've ever
I
seen. I'm
was
surprised
really
that deck's
impressed
so
by that
powerful.
deck.
Well,
Really
thank you,
impressed.
Autumn. Thank you, man. Thank you again for participating, flying all the way from California to this event.
Of
It
course,
showed.
thank you for organizing.
Thank you, man. It really showed the love of the game, the love that you have for this game, and I hope to see you in the next one, man. Thank you, and
You
everybody. If
too.
you like this video, please like and subscribe, and comment what you think about the Naruto CCG, or if you like to, you know, if you're new to the game, have any questions, I'll have the link of the Discord in the description. You could join us and we could try to get you started going. Thank you for watching.